and I'll call out the formations that we're in reviewing it. All right, the first formation we're in is ram over. It's our tight end into the boundary. We've got our Z, our Y, and our X. Here's our F-back, here's our quarterback. The defensive structure here would be called even. Basically, he's got an even structure. If we run the zone back weak, then we would be running the inside zone. Now this is a little bit different. If we run the inside zone back weak, we have to make play side rules. And I'll go over these rules as we run it. This is a little bit tougher way to run the zone, but if you can run this zone, this is how we did it. Really, this is the way we started running the zone at Tulane back in 1997. When we started really running the shotgun zone, everybody would come watch and see what we were doing. This is what we were doing. All we did was basically make an even call. If I'm running it to the open inside, this tackle knew his rule on even meant that I'm now, if I'm to an open inside, I'm covered. So that puts me on a tight end rule, like we had a while ago. He would go to lock. He would go to lock. Now we've got an under scheme because we've got an overshift. The defense is overshift to the tight end side, so we got a shade here or 2-eye. So now these two are going to combo block to the play side linebacker. All right, and when they combo block on this, is a little bit different. We got to be we kind of do what we call a help block, where this guard's going to really slam, and we may give up a little penetration here. We try not to, but we understand this guy understands what we're doing, this back, and we're a little bit deep. We're going to be deep, we're going to open, and we're going to slide a little bit deeper, and we think a little bit of penetration here, we can be all right. Now, what I mean by penetration, guys, if we're trying to combo block a linebacker play side, we're not going to be able to press him all day long. He's going to slam him, and the center's going to drop, pound, and he's going to really deep drop step to cover this guy. And if we're running inside zone play and we're comboing to a backside backer, we should knock that guy all the way to the feet of the linebacker. So it's a little bit different deal. But you'll see this. Now, these two guys are combo blocking here, so they should get a little more press because the linebacker's backside. That should be a slip call is what we call it. Guard and tackle combo backside slip. Play side, they would have a help call here when the linebackers play side right there. All right, so we should have a lock. All right, there's a lock. Now we do a poor job. One thing we do a bad job with here is we cross over step, which creates a problem. When we cross over, it creates a problem and it forces our shoulders to turn a little bit, and it hangs our center. This is not a bad job by the center on the trail step. See how deep he drops? He drop cross, and he gets there, he leverages the guy. Now this is what I was talking about penetration. Now one of the reasons we got penetration is the guard. I would say the guard was the number one reason we got penetration here. He would get a minus for giving us penetration in the A gap. Now he's probably going to cover the linebacker good, but he could have been a problem on this play. The center did a great job. The center's a little high, but he does a good job of drop, cross, pound, and he's up in there, and he's covered the technique. Now, we zone, and here's the beauty of running this play from the gun, because in a normal zone play, you wouldn't be able to run this play giving up penetration under center. Under center, if you're under center and you have that kind of penetration, it's hard on the back to see it. But right here, I think this gives him an opportunity. And this is a good job on the combo block backside. The tackle falls, but the guard's getting over and covered. Both guards wind up covering the backers pretty good. Backside tight end cut off, and now we're off to the races. Quarterback boots out to cover the boot because we're going to throw a play action off of this. Again, I didn't talk about play action off the dart game. We got play action off the dart game. Play action coming off of all the things that we do. We have a play action, which helps all that. All right. Well, let's just look at it again from the aerial view. All right, we've got an even structure called Here's your Sam backer, Mike and Will. All right, we should G-scheme. We should be G-ing to the first backer in the box. The Y's got to cover the Sam right there. He covers him. The tight end's got man on. We check to a G-scheme. Now, we covered that earlier. This would be an even over scheme. That means that we've got a B-gap defender in that B-gap, so we're going to check the G. But let's see if we now, may have made a lock call with the center. May have made a lock call because the center knew he was shooting to the backside because the tackle looked like he really came hard inside. But he locked it, gave up a little penetration. Center should protect us a little bit more. And the backside, we're shooting it. Now, backside, we're drop cross, cutting off, shooting the ball, shooting everything. Tackle needs to get really deeper on this. Like he's got to really get deep and cover the hip of the guard. All right, let's look at it from the aerial view because that way you can really see it. And the quarterback needs to boot out to help us. He's not really doing anything there to help us. All right, yes. See, the tackle's kind of chasing, but he's really secured it. The center's zoning over. I think just the center's too high. I don't think we made a lock call. I just think this is one of those things where the guy is on the tackle's hip and the center's through. He's high, so he just bangs off of it and goes to his backside linebacker. That's fine. Tackle, you would hope that your center would be a little bit lower, which would knock the edge of that shoulder up, and then you wouldn't give up any penetration at all. The tackle doesn't look like he does a good job of his inside step either. When we watch that drill tape, on the line drill tape, and we're stepping over that board, you'd understand that you'd grade that a technique minus because his first step, he's not doing anything with that first step, but just picking it up, putting it down. He's not setting it over there on that down block. The G-pull guard, drop, cross, now cover the linebacker. Play side half is where we'd like for you to cover him. He should cover him play side half, keep the inside leg up. See, his inside leg needs to keep pressing, stay up. Don't let the guy outside of him. Tight ends, got a 9 technique, base reach, stretch, good. Backside shoot, drop cross. Now go on guard, don't wait, don't fall back. That's bad, don't fall back, keep pressing. He turns back a little bit and hesitates. He doesn't need to hesitate. Tackle's got to earn his paycheck. He's got to earn his scholarship. He needs to drop cross and he needs to be on a better track. And he's too high there. We're still going to make, that's the beautiful thing about this scheme is there's a bubble here, and we're going to attack the bubble. Now, this is the 9 call that I was talking about. We talked about this earlier. I said a 9 call taught the back to bang it, taught the guard to drop cross, get up in the hole, cover the backer, we're going to bang it. I want the guard on the outside half of the linebacker, stretch here, down block. They can't get there, man. They don't have enough. They don't have enough. The structure of the defense, there's just not enough there. That's nothing but grass inside. All right. Now, we've got an even structure, a little bit of an over there. You got a 3 technique, B-gap player, got a 9 technique, or 6. I can't tell right here. We're going to look at it from the end zone. And right now, the rules would be the guards on the play side linebacker, the Y is on the Sam, the tight end is on the end, the tackle's blocking down to the backside backer. He's thinking down block. The center's through the A-gap, play side to the backside backer. And the backside is cut off. They're shooting off, the guard's shooting off the A-gap, cutting off the A-gap, the tackle's cutting off the B-gap to the hip of each other. The quarterback's going to boot out, and the F-back is going to open cross, and then he's going to be slightly downhill, and he's thinking C-gap, aiming point. He's aiming to the hip of the tight end. He's got a G-call, which makes it now, if it's a 9 technique, he's going to start on that track, and he's going to bang it. If it's a 6 technique, he's thinking bounce it. Let's see what he's got. All right, let's talk about the backside receiver. He's going to cut off, and this play side receiver is going to cut off. He's got to get that block. All right, now they ran a game. They ran a stunt with the play side. Now, here's something that we've done in the past. Now, this might have tipped them. The tight ends split the bubble because we went in the game expecting a lot of G-scheme and 9. So tight ends split the bubble here, and what we've done is we're trying to stretch this guy with a 3-yard split, and now they may have run a take it stunt in there to try to force this. Ideally, we were thinking that they may stay outside and we'll bang it. And this is a great read because a lot of times a guard on a 9 call is thinking bang, but this is the beautiful thing about, let me just talk about this guard and being square. We ran this same scheme back at Baylor when I was coaching the offensive line at Baylor, and we were under center. Mike Gundy we were co-coordinators together, and Mike was the quarterback coach, and Larry Fedora was the running back coach, and we ran the same scheme, and this is exactly what we did. We drop cross, and we try to stay square and just cover the linebacker with the guard. We didn't like get our shoulders this high, but if you understand, I'd like to keep my shoulders down a little bit, but he gets around, he covers the linebacker, and it's too easy. Because, he doesn't force anything, and he just fits and covers the linebacker, and the back's just running to daylight. Now, this is a good example of what I was talking about with the center. See how he drops, and now the tackle comes hard in it. Now you're hoping, and here's the negative, your onside tackle, when you look at that drill tape, the one thing you want your tackle to do is you want him to stay square with his first step. See, when his first step pivots like this, he gets on an angle, it's impossible for him to ever be able to climb. Now, the reason we're successful is this guy's respecting the boot of the quarterback. And so the guard's going to actually cut off the backside backer on the shoot. But the tackle's got to be able to he's got to feel this and learn to feel that and get up the field. But he can't be right when he doesn't zone step with his inside foot. He pivoted, and his first step kills you. Will, number 50, standing straight up. He needs to get some knee bends getting around there. He's standing straight up. 73, backside guard, T.J. Watkins did a heck of a job. Backside tackle does a good job. Keel does. We got everything cut off. Now, I remember against Florida State, we made a lot of lock calls because at times, we would try to cut the play side 3 technique. All right. Now, here's a 9 call, and it's obvious to me that guy and that guy are tied together because this guy isn't reading nothing. He knows where he's going. Number 8, Travis Zachary, he knows where he's going. This guy's base reaching that guy. They made a 9 call. He's blocking down. He drop cross. He covers. He zones through the A-gap to the backside linebacker. They shoot it, but watch it become a bang play right now. It's going to become a bang play. Look at that bang. That's excellent job by 73, and that's kind of what we're talking about. This is a better job than 50 did a while ago of drop cross and staying square. He's got a good Z bend, good Z in his hips. That's why he got a chance to play in the NFL, because he's a little bit better player, better athlete. And so he drops, crosses, covers, and got some great lift. He looks good there. And then backside, get him cut off backside. That's a little bit better by Brantley. He gets it cut off. We got center working the backside linebacker. We got everything we want. So this is FSU. They don't have enough people in there. They don't have enough people in that. They're giving us too many bubbles inside, so it's too easy to do. We tell that guard to press the play side half for a reason, because if that's a 9 technique, the 9 technique's going to be wide. He presses play side half, he's going to widen the linebacker. He widens the linebacker, covers the linebacker, then the back can bang. He presses this point, he'll bang and he'll make you right. He'll either go here or here based on what he sees. If you pin everything off on the backside, you got a great play. All right, this is in Rip Max. So we've got 2 backs in the backfield now, and we've got it out a 3 wide offense, and now we're getting a little bit different defense. This is good. So now we're going to an odd structure. It's like we're going to an odd stack structure. Now, if we get an odd stack structure, then basically what we do is if this backer walks outside and we're in max, then we give this back the edge. So he'll take the edge and we'll combo block, like we said, versus odd. The tackle will become the lead guy, and the guard will become the trail guy. The center will become the lead guy. The backside guard will become the trail guy, and the backside tackle can become a sift guy. And then we'll neck it out to handle the end. Hopefully the quarterback will neck it out so we can handle the end. Neck it out. All right. So back does a good job, and we get a little bit of a bounce play because they run a stunt. They run a little stunt here with this guy, and he does a good job of getting the guy leveraged, cut off, and he bangs, bends around. Oh, but Bernard Lambert bends around here and gets all the way around the horn. This is a good job by 50 this time. He at least covers better. And this is a great example of kind of, he's a little high, but what I said about drop, 12 step, drop, pound. See how quick his left foot gets on the ground? All right, and now by his left foot getting on the ground, he's in position to cover the slant. Now the only mistake the lead guy makes over here on the right, this tackle, is he uses too much right arm. He shouldn't use his right arm like that. He should keep his right arm out of this thing, which won't turn his shoulders. He can keep his shoulders square. On that drill tape, we do nothing but drills to try to teach him to keep it out, but he did not do a good job there on the lead. The lead guy did not like the lead guy. Did a good job getting on the linebacker. Linebacker's running outside, he cuts him. All right, this is an odd stack scheme. This is against South Carolina. This will be a great look because a lot of guys have come to me through the years and asked me what can we do in a shotgun offense with a quarterback that can run. I believe if a quarterback that can run, then you need to be in a shotgun running these plays because when you're in a shotgun running these plays, you basically got a two-back offense. All right, so this is an odd stack structure. They've got 4 weak, but they don't have enough men because we're fixing to put this F back on that outside backer. So this is 37 for us, 37 boss quarterback. Same thing we did with the Dart series. We're putting the fullback on the outside guy. Odd stack. These two guys are comboing to the first stack. They're dosing to the first stack. These two guys are scooping to the next stack. And with a tight end backside, these two are slacking to the next stack. So we're going to wind up with numbers on numbers. With the defensive structure the way it is, to be sound, if the overhang is into the boundary, the front of the defensive structure should be slanting this way. So we should really be good. Because if they have an overhang weak, then they should be slanting to the tight end side. And then this is why this has been always a good play versus odd stack teams. Run the quarterback. This is 37 quarterback with a boss call. There it is. Making money. Got a great quarterback running the ball who's now playing running back in the NFL and plays wide out. He's just a good athlete. But the point I'm saying, all of you got guys that can run the football at quarterback and are searching for ways to remove the football. They've got the numbers on us weak. They should be slanting this way at a base to be, they're not slanting, but we can come up with something coming back over here, but they are cheated the mic over. So they're not really true stack. The mic is cheated over, so they're very sound. They got the mic over, so they're going to play it regular and read it. But we should be good on this combination block between the center and the guard now. And those two be able to dose that pretty good. He should have dropped more and got over on the outside half. But it's a good job of getting on people and covering people, and he made a nice run. All right, this is a Georgia Tech. We're in line over. This is the tight end up here. This is a Z. This is our F back, our Y, and our X. They're the even front. Okay, this will probably be a good one to look at. This is a even front, And we've got a G scheme going. All right, now, our Z is pressing, block man on. We made a G call, so we're blocking down. That's a little bit better. I like our left tackle. I can tell right now our left tackle's better than our tackle we saw a while ago on our down block. I mean, the only reason I can say he looks a little bit better, I mean, at least he looks square. He looked a little bit square, like he wound up square there. Let's look at our center. Center's through the play side A gap. He's on the backside linebacker. Our G pull, I don't like our left guard. He's around. He covers about 350-pound guard. Drop cross. He's all the way around. He got a 7 call. So he got a 7 call. Our tight end's blocking down. Now watch our back. He got a 7 call. Now he's thinking bang, bounce. Now look, bang, the C gap. Okay, he sees he's aiming there at that hip, inside hip. He sees that's covered, so now he's thinking bang, bounce all the way outside. Now, if the guy's running outside, the backer's running outside, and the guard covers, he'll make him right if he presses outside half, and he made him right. We got him one-on-one on the safety. This is a better track with our backside tackle. I like our track of our backside tackle. This is on the track of the hip of the guard. So this is a better track of the guard. The guard's on a good track, backside on a shoot. They're covering hips, they're covering gaps. So it doesn't matter what happens, they're getting things done. It's a good job by Cedric covering him. All right, let's look at this one right here. We got ram over. We got a Z, a Y, F. We've got the Y right here, so Z, Y, X, and there's our F. Okay. Got an even structure. All right, made a lot. Looks like we made a lot call. I mean, because the center's so square going up. And if we make a lock call, we're locking the tackle down because we're going to tell the center he's got to get to the backside backer, but he's got to make sure he gets there. And sometimes and here's what you'll do sometimes, man. If you got a tight shade here, you might make a lock call to help the backside guard just get a piece of the shade. Because the guard's got to drop, cross, and cut off that technique. And, if the tackle can get that, then they run into each other. If you get a little stab, that block's harder for the guard sometimes than it is for the tackle on the down block. They don't have enough. So run that back again because that wasn't very good film there. All right, he's got 9 technique. He didn't get a good zone reach there. He just stepped in the hole, so that's not real good here. But like right there, got a little penetration. But again, I've talked to you a little bit about A-gap penetration because of this action. Sorry about this tape. This action, you can live through it. Guard presses play side half. He covers. Now he's bouncing it. The reason he's bouncing is because this guy right here lost his block. What happened was on the down block, the backside guard lost his block. He needs to be lower on the hip for that reason. True freshman needs to get his butt on the hip. That's Brandon Pilgrim needs to get down on the hip.